Hey people, Gen Xer here. Actually got a good article from Intercept. Organization Move On endorses Democratic primary challenger to potential next Speaker of the House, Ryan Grimm. Is the article's from a man named Ryan Grimm from the Intercept. Um, Says the largest online progressive organization in the United States is breaking with White House Democratic leadership and endorsing a primary challenge to Representative Joe Crowley of New York, who is regularly floated as the next potential Speaker of the House, unfortunately. Um, Move on. Members in New York have overwhelmingly voted to endorse her for the 14th district and U.S. House seat. Um, the endorsement of the challenger Alexandria Cortez, who is running to represent the 14th district, as I said, covering parts of the Bronx and Queens area, has a heavy Latino population in that area. Gives a significant lift to the parts of the Bronx. Gives me a significant lift to her shot at campaigning in its final days, as Crowley has been blanketing the airwaves with television ads. The endorsement, regardless of its impact on the race, is extraordinarily damaging to Crowley's hopes for leading the Democratic Party in the House once Representative Nancy Pelosi of California steps aside. Crowley has been positioning himself. Crowley has been positioning himself for a run as a liberal alternative to Pelosi's longtime number two, Steny Hoyer of Maryland, but he has done so relying on an outdated frame of what constituted progressive politics, ranking in Wall Street cash and generally marrying corporate-friendly politics with liberal approaches to marriage equality, environmental protection, and reproductive freedom. The race against Ocasio-Cortez has also brought an unhelpful spotlight on the inner workings of Crowley's Queen machine, which runs a foreclosure mill, reaps profits from the families who die without wills and enriches Crowley's friends and relatives. The below from Move On comes within a week of another setback from the left after Crowley solicited an endorsement from Representative Ro Khanna, which I have no clue why he even came out and did that, but he did try to save face when he said he was going to give him a dual endorsement, so to speak. But he's still one of the best, representatives in the House. Ro Khanna is so, but it's unfortunately people are going to look through it in a different light, maybe slightly, but now of him, but he's still overwhelmingly one of the best representatives. So, but anyway, progressive freshman from Silicon Valley, Khanna faced a firestorm of protest. He quickly backtracked, announcing a dual endorsement, just like I said, of both Crowley and Ocasio-Cortez, effectively nullifying his initial nod. Rather animated conversation between Representative Joe Crowley and Ro Khanna happening on the House floor right now. What could that be about? Crowley's ability to sell himself as a progressive to his caucus in a leadership race is made difficult by Khanna's public walkback of the Move On endorsement of his challenger. Members of Congress who came up in age of past generation associate the group with grassroots liberal opinion. So this is good news. I mean, their Move On's more one of the bigger, like I said, one of the biggest progressive groups to endorse her. I know that Joe Crowley's an absolute worst of the worst type candidate. I mean, he voted for pretty much every war we've been in. He voted to gut Glass-Steagall and the Volcker rule when Frank died. So on top of it, from what I had heard, he once left a session to go fundraise for Wall Street and then came back that very same day in order to gut Wall Street regulations. So he's pretty much the worst of the worst. And he doesn't even live in the area of the Queens and the Bronx where she's running in. He lives in Virginia or something like that. So he's an outsider. It's pretty much a pile of crap. So typical sellout corporatist neoliberal Democrat. So that's running against Alexandria Cortez. Cortez is a Justice Democrat, which is good. I usually give my money to, I'm going to be giving some money to them and the Democratic Socialists of America, maybe a little to the Greens too, especially if they're running in Florida. So you can see my forehead is a little sweaty right now because, and I've only been standing out in here for about 5 minutes and it's 7 o'clock in the evening, so forgive me, but hey, it's great news, man. I'm all for it. I think it's terrific. Let me know what you think. If you like the article, just thumb it up and subscribe to me. I did get a new subscriber the other day. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Haven't been doing much else, anything else, but it's kind of hard for me to make videos with my data plan. Like I said, it's a food stamp. Oh, my thumb's starting to hurt again. So I'm on a food stamp econo plan, so it's a little more difficult for me to upload a video any more than like once a week, maybe on occasion like a second video. But my mouth there, just ate dinner, so it's great. That's pretty much all I know. I know that Ro Khanna, it's gotten, like it was saying in the article, has gotten some heat for endorsing him and then later endorsing both of them in order to kind of like cool the flames on Twitter, so to speak. But Ro Khanna is still my hero, man. Unless he starts really fucking up somehow and really he's been pushing for all the right legislation, single payer, Medicare for all. I mean, if he runs for president, I'd be more than happy to vote for him. I definitely still like him way better than Elizabeth Warren, even though Elizabeth Warren still is better than most of the corporate Democrats too. But I don't think I would. She's just her refusal to back up and endorse Bernie kind of pissed me off. It's not like I can never forgive her, but that puts kind of unless she's absolutely the only candidate that's there to vote for, and Bernie is no longer in the race, I might consider her, but that's way off the topic here. If you live in the 14th district in New York, though, man, get out there and vote for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She's the real deal. She wants to get rid of ICE, totally eradicate, end the ICE program, which is like causing so much crap and with these families and stuff being separated, literally like 1.5-year-old babies being tried in court without even their parents being around. I mean, it's like completely ridiculous. This whole problem's been brewing. That stuff hadn't started until Trump got into office with this whole separation of families and crap that they've been doing on an extreme basis. But you got to remember, a lot of these Hispanics still know that Obama was also considered a deporter-in-chief himself, so he deported more people than Bush did, although Bush deported a heck of a lot of people also. So it's just been a steady escalation over the last 18 years or so of being unkind to immigrants in general and saying that they're the root problem or cause of all of our ills, which is not true, but good luck to her. If you can give her some money directly even. Maybe give a little bit to Justice Dems and then maybe give some to her even directly. A combination of both, maybe even good idea would be nice, but I might do that myself. I'm going to give them some money. Either way, I'm giving some money to the Justice Dems because them and these Democratic DSA, Democratic Socialists of America, and a little bit of Greens. I don't hate to keep harping on it, but you know, it's all you could do at this point. Hopefully they get some better candidates down here in Florida. Um, but this is a great deal, man. It's a good endorsement. I'm proud to see it. And thank you very much for watching. You know, keep fighting. Love y'all, man. Take care. Adios.